What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Oxygen Not Included. I can already tell my FPS is starting to suffer with this. I'm not surprised. If I have to, I'll switch to low resolution textures. It's not a huge deal. But I can survive with this kind of FPS. It's just a bit all over the place. Our resources are going crazy, guys. Like, a self-sustaining base is really ridiculous. Like, really ridiculous. Like, I'm taking a look over here. We got 80 tons of coal. Most of that, believe it or not, is from our hatchling farm. But we're producing coal at a ridiculous rate. We're not using it that much because of our other generators. We also have a bunch of water, which we are producing more water every cycle. I do want to up that rate. Eventually, I'm going to make compression chambers for our tanks, so that way we can store them in a smaller fashion. I'll explain what that is later. I do need to keep an eye on these guys, because if we run out of polluted water for these guys, we're going to be screwed. Like, that's a fact. I went ahead and queued up a shitload of digging commands at a low priority, so that way if they've got nothing better to do, they'll work on digging on both sides of the base. I've been digging out this side quite a bit, and I did go ahead and prep us down here, and I'm going to tell you, this took hours. This wasn't something that I did in a short amount of time. I deconstructed most of the ladders to clean it up, and I pumped out all the gas except for carbon dioxide. And take a look at the sheer, like, I managed to make a vacuum down here, and I'm not gonna lie, I used a debug mode to clear off a lot of that resources. I don't plan on ever getting any of this stuff back, so I'm not too concerned about it, but it's for an ease of access. I also trimmed up the sides down here of all the Nobium and just deleted it. You can't use it for anything. It's just a debug sort of thing. Granted, I could have just worked with what it was. It really wasn't that big a deal, but it made it a lot easier for the sake of my sanity and the sake of this build that I've just clear out everything that's not neutronium. And now we have a good workspace. And this stuff is pretty compressed down to about 2 tons per tile. So in magma, it works in a different way. Sometimes the tiles can be less, sometimes the tiles can be more, but for the most part, it's about 2 tons per tile down here. So we can use the heat from this, which is at 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Which, believe it or not, is not that hot. Just kind of odd. And because it's a vacuum down here, the airflow tiles do not touch liquid, but they are not exchanging heat with it. I think a lot of the problem is the raw materials down here. I may see if I can find debug mode and clear that out, because I don't plan on trying to retrieve any of these resources down here. I do have debug mode turned on. Let's see if we can find that, because I don't want these resources exchanging heat with the magma. Game... Controls, sandbox, that'd be debug mode, Alt F1 maybe? Alt F1? Alt F1? No, I didn't do anything. Options, game, controls, It's gotta be one of these. I know there's a debug mode for it. Control U. Control U. What the hell is that doing? I'll have to look into that. Interesting. Okay, options, game, control, boop, boop, boop. Toggle UI, collect garbage, Alt F3 maybe? Game filter. That's a whole different program. That didn't do anything. Options, game, controls, sure. Control Shift C, maybe? Shift C. Shift C. Oh, okay. I really hope this doesn't deplete liquid. Okay, yeah, that works. It doesn't appear to be affecting the liquid either, so we'll just do this. There we go. Turn off sandbox mode there. Take a look at the temperatures again, and yeah, there's nothing down there affecting the temperature now. Good. It means this magma will stay at the temperature it's at because it's in a vacuum. And hopefully temperatures will regulate along them. But, okay, so we got searing hot magma that we can use to transport liquids around. And I did some research because I wanted to find out if you could transport magma. There's only 1 or 2 ways you can actually transport it, and it is such a pain in the ass, it's not even worth it. So honestly, I was just like, screw it. If I have a volcano, I'll use it to set up some stuff, but otherwise, I'm just going to use this volcano setup down here. So what we're going to end up coming in here and doing, and I may go ahead and get started on that here shortly, is we'll start setting this up tile by tile. If we were to plan out a build, we come in here. At first, we want an area to get the heat generated. So we create like some insulated tiles out of ceramic, because that's got the best overheat temperature out of any ceramic-based tiles. Okay, so the tile that the airflow is currently at, we'll end up switching out for a metal tile. And then it'll have a mechanical door standing on top of it, followed by another metal tile. And we're going to set up a shaft down here. Thankfully, we got shitloads of ceramic. I'm not even sure where I generated all that at. Just like that. An insulated door on both sides. We are using ceramic again, right? Yep. Just like this. Okay. Go ahead and let them come out here and build this. I'm gonna have to at least put a priority of 6 on all this for them to build this, though. Yes, this is a massive structure, by the way. There we go. Now they'll prioritize this over all the other building and construction commands up there. Alright, and I think I'll make sure the first steam turbines are right here at the beginning. Alright, so this is going to be the room that generates heat and transfers it up here. And actually, let's actually cancel that. I want to build it 1 tile higher. Alright. Put another ceramic tile here and here. I have a reason for doing that. I'm glad I made those out of steel. Yeah, good. Alright, make sure these are getting prioritized too. Alright, and down here, I definitely want to build these metal tiles out of steel. Let's see. We got loads of steel. Come on, be enough. Be enough at least for the left side here. That would be so freaking awesome if it did. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, we're actually going to stop it there, though. And we're going to build an insulated layer. Just for symmetry's sake. There we go. That'll give them plenty to do for a while. We'll have to go back and prioritize that again. I'll zoom out a little bit. Escape. Priorities. 6. Make it just a smidge bit quicker. go. Let's zoom back over here. Okay. So, I ain't gonna have to worry too much about this side. In fact, we will set this up as a priority of 5. Another thing they can just build in their off time. Actually, maybe I want them to prioritize the left side. In fact, let's cancel the whole build on this side. Because at least this right side we can do some trial and error and figure stuff out. So yeah, let's make this entire left side. Okay, it's already still set to priority 6. And we'll set those metal tiles on here instead. There we go. Actually setting in priority properly. And we're actually going to stop over here because I'm going to... because we're setting up our power spine on the far right side of the base. And the power spine... because the ladder for the power spine is going to start here. So, let's see here. Right here. Alright. And this room is only going to be 2 tiles tall. Yeah. Gives them plenty of room to walk on. I'll have to expand the platform up here by... I'm not sure how many tiles does that take for a steam generator. Steam generator is 3 tiles tall. So yeah, we'll have to extend this whole platform up. It's gonna be annoying because I've already cleaned all this shit up once. That's what took me so long. Like, the digging it out didn't take that long at all, but cleaning it up was an act of God. I used shippers and conveyor belts wherever I could to make my life a little easier, and I did not ship it all the way back up to the base. How did they build that door? Thank you. We only managed to build 1 metal tile. Alright, so yeah, that will increase the height here once they have this whole tile line mapped out. In fact, I'm gonna rebuild this door 1 tile higher here. I'm gonna expand this up 1 tile higher. Expand this up 1 tile higher. This tile 1 tile higher. There we go. And then I will deconstruct all the old stuff afterwards. And that'll help maintain the vacuum down here. Okay. Why do we have a... Oh, Harold. Dude. How did you even... Get this at emergency priority. God, you're so dumb. I'll make sure I build this in the right spot. Mean to do that. Okay, there. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Just somebody come over and do this. God, Harold. Somebody, hurry up. Good God, Harold. And yes, like I said, I do have quite a bit of this set up to be deconstructed. Alright guys, they're taking forever, but we're getting there. So, here's the design layout, and it turned out to work out perfectly, like to line up with that power strip. I already got heavy watt conductive wire going so that way we can maximize this thing. So we managed to fit all the steam generators in that one space perfectly even. That makes my OCD so happy. This alone will probably be enough to power the entire base, no problem. We just have to pump in enough water for it. That's the main issue, because I don't think I have enough water to actually supply this. So I'll probably have to pump in water from different sources and stuff like that. So the way it's going to work is these guys will generate, store heat that'll transfer straight into these guys, which I actually don't want them to do that, so 1 second. Alright guys, it's taking a lot of doing, but I did it. Okay? I freaking did it. Like I was saying guys, yeah, I freaking did it. It took forever, but I did it. I got a cooling loop going. I'm still working on bringing the temperature down, but it is keeping up with these guys pretty well. It's bringing the temperature down, and they are producing a shitload of power. These guys still got But yeah, now I just got to work on hooking up my massive generator down here up to the base. So they're still working on that. We got to connect both of these lines together, and then we'll eventually have a sustainable power hooked up to the base. I'm going to have to do that off camera. This recording, believe it or not, I know it's only been about 17 minutes for you guys. For me, it's been like 4 hours working on this. Let's see here. On average, let's see here. 400 watts, 400 watts. Each one of these is generating about 400 watts. I think I can get that a little bit better. I think it's because the steam is too cold or something. 1/5 inputs blocked. Oh, I didn't even realize that. Oh shit, that's a problem. Okay. I'll have to look into that. I didn't realize I did that. I'm going to put an insulating tile here to keep the temperatures in this room separate from that room. I don't know how I'm going to fix that though. I may have to just get rid of that generator. But we're looking pretty good. I think I have too much steam in here. I pumped in a lot of freaking water. And then I built a cooling loop to keep everything cool. Which is working on it, but it ain't doing great. These aren't getting hotter, so I call that a win at least. It's getting a little colder, it's just taking time. But I got a cooling loop hooked up to this whole thing, but we are generating shitloads of power. Once this gets hot enough, this will start... How is that disconnected? It didn't disconnect you. Disconnected. Try to get down here with that. I'm gonna fuck up my whole cooling loop. I have to construct too many pipes. There we go. I'll make sure the steam stays really hot. Cool. Nice. Alright, the automation is all in place. Our power generation setup is all in place. I may hook up a wire to all these to shut them off manually for a while. So that way I can worry about other stuff. Okay, that number's staying constant, which means I can worry about cooling it down. It's going to climb because it's gathering all the heat from all this stuff. But the temperature's going down, that's all that matters to me. And that'll generate more power right here. Oh, looks like we're already getting steam in here. steam in one spot. And the duplicates have been working on doing their own thing. They've been doing all those digging commands I set up. But, oh my god, it's been a nightmare. But yeah, it's got its own battery pack hooked up and everything, so we're doing great. Like I said, off camera I'm going to work on hooking this up to the actual base. And then I'm going to move all the generators over to one finite location and pump all the gases necessary from them to their location, so that way we can actually properly pump. I think I'm going to have to get rid of some of the water and the steam in here. I think that's our main problem, is there's too much steam. Is this cooling down yet? Yes, it is. Kind of slowly, but it is. Alright guys, I think I got it all fixed. I moved them all over one. It was a pain in the ass. But it also fixed this problem too. And we did the very end because it's generating a lot of heat over here. And this, I'm going to have to figure out how to deal with that. I'll probably just have to put up a door. Alright guys, I think I got it fixed. I cheated a little bit to get rid of the gas in there. Well, if I can get the damn thing to turn off, there we go. But I think I got it all up and running, guys. I'm going to have to wrap it up here. These videos are taking far longer. I think I'm going to have to switch to only doing one of these videos a week. This whole setup was a big pain in the ass. But the engines are all running far more efficient than they were a minute ago, so I call that a win. Alright, we'll just have to work on getting this hooked up to the base. Looks like this one's now creating steam, so it'll generate even more power. But that's going to have to do it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Click on the button down below to let you know when I upload videos to YouTube. Also, be sure to leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this video, if you just want to say hi or whatever. Either way. But that's going to have to do it for me, guys. So I'll see all of your beautiful faces in the next video. Bye, guys!